All right, guys, today we have a treat for you. We are gonna do classic beef tenderloin. We're gonna pair that with a beautiful homemade Béarnaise sauce. We got some lobster tails here, some fresh out of the garden parsnips and carrots. We're gonna whip those down, kind of like a mashed potato. Stay tuned, it's gonna be amazing. Welcome back to the Chef2k kitchen. I'm a certified Red Seal chef, and my food journey never ends. And I'm gonna bring you along for the ride. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up the parsnips and the carrots. We're gonna go little pieces. We wanna steam these soft. So the smaller we cut them up right now, the faster they're gonna steam. Okay, so this is about the size of pieces that we want, and we are going to use an old school bamboo steamer. This is an easy way to steam, I love it. We're gonna put it over top of a pot with about that much boiling water in it, steam until they're soft. Once we've got our parsnips and carrots soft, we're gonna throw them into the Hobart. We're gonna mix them up until they're whipped like a potato, and we're gonna add this. That's fresh garlic, butter, and 32% whipping cream, so whole cream. We're gonna boil that, steep all that together, and just let that marinate, and then boom, right into the parsnips. All right, carrots, parsnips, ready to go. We got them laid out in the steamer. We're gonna go put the steamer basket on the pot. It's gonna take about 15 to 20 minutes, but you're gonna just have to get it by hand, bring it out. When it mashes really easy in your fingers, it's good to go. All right, next we're gonna start the Béarnaise sauce. Béarnaise sauce goes absolutely perfect with a beef tenderloin. So we're gonna do that up. The difference between Béarnaise sauce and Hollandaise sauce is simply red wine vinegar versus white wine vinegar. White wine vinegar, lemon juice, that's going in your Hollandaise sauce. And for my Béarnaise sauce, we will use red wine vinegar. We will cut up some fresh tarragon in that. And then of course, the old farm fresh egg yolk. We're gonna dice up this tarragon for our Béarnaise sauce. We're gonna put a little bit of lemon juice, and then we get into the red wine vinegar. Just a little slug, about there. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna beat it until it gets frothy. We got the double boiler rocking. We're gonna take our bowl on top. We're gonna let that warm up for a minute. Just gonna give it a froth. Okay, here we go, bowl's hot. We're getting this warm. Now we're gonna slowly start adding the butter. As I said, it will break. If you dump it all in at once, the sauce will separate immediately. Béarnaise sauce, ready to go. We're gonna get it off of here. If you overheat it, it'll break too. I'm just gonna set it aside, it's done. Okay, next we're gonna get our lobster tails mounted. All right, let's preheat what we need preheated. We're gonna start with the oven. Okay, we preheated our oven, it's ready to go. Now we're gonna get our cast iron preheating. I've said it in episodes before. Whenever you're using cast iron to sear meat or to cook anything really, I always wanna heat that up for about 7 minutes on low heat. Get the heat spread throughout it. That's before we start adding oils or anything else. You're gonna take that lobster tail, some nice scissors, go up the back side of it, cut down the middle. Once we get to the end, right close to the fins, we're gonna take the scissors and we're gonna tilt them in about 45, bam. Then we'll take that lobster tail, kind of open it up a little bit. You hear it crack. Remember, delicate with the shells, we don't wanna destroy the shell. The shell is what it's gonna mount on. It's part of the presentation. So we pull that out nicely, get that piece out, that V. Now, boom, perfectly mounted. Okay, next we're gonna get these ready to go in the oven to roast. So fresh lemon, I'm gonna squirt that on, make sure it's all on, rub it in, Cut this into 3 pieces. Now this is gonna go inside the shell. Boom, lobster goes back on it. Okay, we got the lemon on, we got the wedges inside. We're gonna put salt and pepper and then butter. Get your basting brush, get some fresh butter in there. Now we're going in the oven. Okay guys, olive oil in that hot pan. Once it hits smoke point, once you start seeing smoke come off the oil, it's ready to go. All right, last minute, always, we season the steak. Salt and pepper, guys. We're gonna get some extra seasoning on that cutting board. I'll show you why in 1 sec. We're gonna roll them around on that cutting board. There's a lot of seasoning still on it. Absorb some seasoning. Smoke point's there. The smoke's coming off the oil. Here we go. Listen to that magic. You're gonna wanna sear these about 3.5 minutes on each side. We're cooking these right till we're ready to plate them in the pan. We're not putting them in an oven. We're gonna mount it with some butter and rosemary in the middle of the process. All right, guys, we're ready to flip them. Boom. Check out that sear. That's what we're looking for. All right, we're gonna throw some fresh rosemary right in there. We're gonna fry that up. And then we're gonna put it right up on top. Now, butter right into that hot oil. We're gonna get that sear right. We'll flash them on the sides and then to the resting pan. Of course, resting it. Boom, over here for its final resting period. Now, we're gonna whip up our parsnips while that rests, and we're gonna plate up a beautiful meal. Lobster's almost done, guys. We're gonna give it a little baste with butter, back in for about 2 minutes, and we're done. All right, we got the parsnips and carrots steamed down. We're gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and now we're gonna add this. This is that garlic, the cream, and the butter. We steep that all together. Now we're gonna add this in and we're gonna mash it together. Make sure we get all that garlic in. Okay, down. And let's whip them up. Smell the flavors, the garlic. It smells amazing. That's what we're working with. It's got little chunks of the carrot in it. The sweetness from the carrot, the parsnip. That garlic. Perfect accompaniment for a steak. Ooh, look at those beauties. Juicy still. Now we're gonna plate this masterpiece. We're gonna start with a little bit of that fresh, beautiful Béarnaise. Gonna get that right down on the plate. We're gonna lay down our parsnip and carrot puree here. Now we got a beautiful beef tenderloin right beside a beautiful lobster tail. I like that Béarnaise sauce all over my lobster. We're just gonna put a bit at the foot of the steak, not to cover the whole steak, but enough to dip in. All right, a little fresh rosemary that we fried up with the steaks. Some fresh tarragon. You fry that rosemary, it gives off such a nice flavor. It's nice and like crunchy almost. It's a beautiful garnish for this dish. And mix that together. Final touches. All right, guys, now we are at my favorite part of any show that I do. We're gonna have a taste. Take that lobster tail. Oh yeah, that's nice. Clip it off the shell. Let's get rid of that. Lobster tails down. Ooh, that is a tender steak. I'm gonna cut it open for you guys. Perfect. I like that's exactly how I like to eat it. We get a bit of that creamy puree on it and a little piece of lobster. We're gonna try it all together in perfect harmony. Absolutely love it. Everything's cooked perfectly. All the flavors on that plate marry together perfectly. It's not a hard one, guys. Try it at home. If you do try it, don't forget, put a picture, a little video up in the comments. We love to see it. All right, guys, we've wrapped this up. It was delicious. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe. Next episode, we're gonna show you another way that we utilize that beef tenderloin. We're gonna do surf and turf stir fry. Check that one out.